Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild.
It's another busy day. It's another busy day in Gikzy's home. Well, hello, my friends. Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl, Gikzy. If you're new to my channel, my name is Gikzy. Thank you so much for stopping by. Like I said earlier, it's a busy day. It's another busy day in Gikzy's home. As you can see, it's early morning, so I'm starting my day by making this delicious breakfast for my kids to get ready to go to school. I'm making them some homemade pancakes and scrambled egg with some grapes on the side. Just something to help them kickstart their day with some delicious meal, just to give them energy to start their day and do what they're supposed to do at school. I'm so grateful for life. Like I said, it's early morning. I thank God for waking up this morning to have the energy to do this. I can't thank Him enough. And I'm grateful for that, like I said. So I am going to be making their breakfast. After I serve them their breakfast, I'm going to pack lunch boxes for school. My kids don't like to eat at school. So I'm grateful that they don't want to eat at school. So I have the opportunity to pack their lunch for them, so I know what they're eating at school, which is really a good thing for me. I know what type of food they're eating at school, what nutritional benefits they have with the food that they're eating at school, because I pack their lunch. Like I said, I'm not against school lunch or anything. It's just that I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to give them what they want, and I thank God for that. After packing their lunchbox, is what I'm gonna be doing is dropping them at school, and I'll come and start my day. So my day is fully packed. Like I said, it's gonna be a busy day today in Gikzy's home. So I have a client that I'm gonna do her hair this morning. I have only one client, that is why I have the opportunity to be able to do all that I need to do. So I'm gonna start with my client. After I'm done with my client, we're gonna prep for dinner, make a delicious meal for the family for dinner. And after dinner, I'm gonna prep for to make bread for the next day, bake some bread for the next day, and also make some homemade yogurt. And I hope you guys will enjoy this video. So this is my client for the day. Like I said, I have only one client this morning. That's why I have the opportunity to do everything that I need to do today. So this is my office. I made those built-in that you guys are looking at right there, and I have the video on my channel. If you guys want to go check it out, I'll link it on my description box, so you guys can go ahead and check out the built-in that you guys are looking at with the TV right there. This is one of the things I do. I made this office so that I can make my clients comfortable, and it's a place where I do my clients' hair and also do alterations and making dresses. Gikzy is a lot of things you can say, and I am so grateful that God has blessed me with all of these talents and all of the opportunities to do all these things, and just to help myself and also help my family. The braiding and the alterations is what I do to bring in some income that will help the family too. So I really enjoy what I do. I really enjoy what I do. My client is ready. Her hair is looking beautiful. So we're gonna move to the kitchen. After I was done with my client, I just went inside and just clean up a little bit and come right in the kitchen to start prepping for dinner. So I have at least 3 hours before I can start cooking dinner, but um, I'm gonna be prepping for dinner, so it will just take me maybe an hour or 45 minutes to prepare for dinner. What I'm doing right now, I'm just removing the back of the chicken. This will help the chicken to cook faster and evenly too. So removing the back helped me to be able to season the chicken well. I clean the chicken and put it in the fridge, soak it in lime and salt water. Um, this helps the chicken to stay moist, so I like doing that. When I'm making whole chicken, I just clean it the day before and maybe brine it or soak it in um, lime and salt water, or water with a little bit of salt and some herbs, just to keep it moist and also well seasoned. So what I'm making right now is my making some seasoning for the chicken. So I'm using some of my homemade seasoning. This is a ginger powder that I made from home. Just got some organic ginger, bring it home, dry it, and then make my fresh ginger powder. And all the dry herbs that you see me using in the seasoning, all are from the garden. I have tons of dry herbs in my pantry that I got from the garden, so I don't buy dry herbs from the store anymore, because I have a lot in my pantry that I use, which maybe I'll find an opportunity to share with you all how from harvesting the herbs from the garden to drying them. I have an old video though in my channel that I share with you guys how I dry my herbs from the garden and how I process them. If you want to check that out, you can check it out. But if you need a new video too, I can make one for you. Just let me know on the comment down below. I will share with you and how I process the herbs and also how I store them. So we're gonna season the chicken and then cover it and move it in the fridge. Let it stay in the fridge for an hour and a half, and then we'll bring it out. Let it sit on the counter for 15 to 20 minutes, and we'll put it in the air fryer and bake it. So we're gonna be having some baked chicken and mashed potato on the side for dinner. I'm making mashed potato using sweet potatoes and some regular Russell potatoes. My family love this style of mashed potato. It is so delicious. I usually make the roasted garlic and cheese mashed potato. They love that too, but they love the sweet potato added to the mashed potato better than the roasted garlic and cheese mashed potato. So I'm done seasoning the chicken. I'm gonna move it to the to the fridge. Like I said, I have at least 2 hours before my youngest son come home, and the oldest will have football practice, and he'll be back around 6 o'clock. So I'm hoping that we'll be ready. I'll be ready by 6:30, so we can have dinner around 6:30. By the time he comes home, he can take a shower and we'll start having dinner. Then I'll proceed with whatever I need to do. What you saw me doing earlier, just cut out the back piece of the chicken that I cut out. I cut it into pieces just to put it in a Ziploc bag. I usually do that all the time, so I can, when I have a lot, I'll put them all in my cast iron pot and make us some chicken broth, so we can use that when we're cooking. The chicken is ready. It's looking delicious, and this is what we have for dinner. I made some gravy, and just that's what I have on top of the chicken right there. It was so delicious. So we're gonna move on. I'm gonna be making mixing this bread. I'm making an artisan bread so I can bake it tomorrow. I have to make it overnight so it can stay overnight, so tomorrow morning when I wake up I can start baking it in my cast iron. So usually you can make it right away, let it rise for 2 hours, and you can make it. But I usually make mine overnight, just mix it all and cover it, put it in the refrigerator for at least 8 hours when I go to bed, 8 hours. When I wake up in the morning, next morning, just take it out, mold it, and put it in my cast iron and bake it. So I'm doing 3 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, organic flour from Costco, and 2 teaspoons of yeast, a teaspoon of salt. I don't like to put too much salt. The recipe asks for a teaspoon and quarter, a teaspoon and a quarter, but I just use a teaspoon. It's not even a full teaspoon. Like I said, I was just putting maybe a little bit, and then I had to add some more because I didn't even put a full teaspoon of salt, because like I said, I don't like too much salt in our bread. So I'm gonna be mixing this with a half a cup of water. I will share the recipe that I use on my description box below. It's on Google. I found it on Google. But I'll share that recipe on my description box below, the link. So if you guys want to go ahead and check it out. There are lots of recipes on Google's on how to make this artisan bread. It's just 3 ingredients. That's all you need. And this bread is so delicious. We like eating it with homemade jam, or make some chicken salad, or what's my husband's favorite again, he loves eating it with some soup, just the bread and some soup. It is so delicious. That's why I like making them. If I get a chance, I'll make them at least once a week, but you know, life happens sometimes. We don't have it once a week, but we do have it as often as we need it. So I'm gonna mix this and cover it. The dough is supposed to be wet. That's what it is. It's supposed to be wet. We're gonna cover it and then leave it in the refrigerator, like I said, for 8 hours, and bring it out in the morning and bake them with the rest of the breads that I'm baking early in the morning. So this, what you're looking at right here, I have a whole milk plain yogurt and some organic whole milk that I got from Aldi. I'll be making homemade yogurt for the first time. We love eating our homemade granola with some yogurt. So I want to make a big batch of yogurt, which is homemade. I've seen a lot of people made homemade yogurt, and they said it is so delicious. So I want to make some homemade yogurt for us. We'll be eating this with our homemade granola. My husband loved the Costco granola, which you will see later in the video how he eats his granola. He loves that with yogurt. So I'm making a batch of yogurt, a homemade yogurt, which I'm trying for the first time. So I'm using my Instapot, which has the yogurt setting. That's what I'm using to make the homemade, and it will sit there for overnight. So it's early morning, as you can see. So I'm about to start with the bread making. It's early morning. I harvested those vegetables that you're seeing right there from the garden yesterday. They're sitting there on the countertop all over the place. I need to clean my countertop, but it's early morning. I was so tired to put everything away. I went to bed. So we're gonna make the bread, and while I'm making the bread, I'm gonna clear this place up. As you can see, everything is all over the place. I woke up so early today with the big day I had yesterday. I am so all over the place, but it's all good. It's part of it. Speaking about being all over the place, I recorded the video me making the bread, but for some reason the video was not recording. I thought everything was recording, but it wasn't. So I pulled out this old video which I had a long time ago, making this, how I make a French bread. So I'm gonna be sharing this video with you. It's an old video. As you can see, my nail polish, don't judge me, don't judge me. My nails look horrible, but don't judge me. Anyways, so I pulled this video out so I can share with you how I make our French breads and our buns for dinner. So like I said earlier, I'm making some artisan bread, some French bread, and also cinnamon roll bread, which is my son's favorite. And we'll make some buns because we like making burgers for dinner during the week. So homemade burger, sometimes fish burger with some fish fillets or fish fillet sandwich or chicken sandwich. So I usually make sure we have some buns around so we can have that for sandwich or homemade burger. Well, I'm making two types of French bread. I'm making just the regular plain French bread and also making a Italian herbs French bread. So mix my dough with some of my homemade Italian herb seasoning. That's what I'm making right here. This is the Italian herb bread with a little bit of garlic flavor. So these are the buns that I'll be making for the homemade burger for the week. So we have this. I have another batch that I will be making too, because this is just the first batch is about 6, and I have another batch of 6 that I'll be baking later on. So I'm just brushing egg wash on top of it so it can give it that golden color once it's baked. After this, I'm just gonna put everything in the oven and let all the bread bake to perfection, and we'll take it out and store it so we can use it during the week just to enjoy our homemade bread. I love baking bread, which is bread is carb. I know it's not a healthy option, but having a homemade bread is better than getting a store-bought bread. At least you know what is in your bread. You know what ingredients you use in the bread that you make. You know what you're really making, I can say, and we enjoy it more than we enjoy the store-bought bread. Seriously, if you haven't tried baking bread, try it and let me know. Just the aroma in the morning, just waking up in the morning and smelling. I know my family enjoy the aroma of freshly baked bread in the house. They enjoy it when they wake up in the morning. So this is the yogurt the next day. It is all set. Like I said, this is my first time making the homemade yogurt. This yogurt turned out amazing. It turns out amazing. The texture is thick. It's just like Greek yogurt, and the flavor was amazing. It's so delicious. We enjoy it. My husband was like, I don't know if this is how they make the yogurts that we buy from the store, but this is delicious. If this is how they make it, it is so delicious. He enjoyed the yogurt more than I did. He enjoyed the yogurt more than I did. It was so delicious we couldn't stop eating it, but we had to because we can't have that much yogurt. Look how thick this yogurt is. Look how thick this yogurt is. It's like Greek yogurt, y'all. Try it and let me know what you think. You just need a half a gallon of whole milk and just half a cup of yogurt, plain yogurt. No flavor or anything, just plain yogurt. We didn't put sugar in it because we want to control the amount of sugar that we're gonna be eating, so we didn't put sugar in it. I don't like too much sugar, and he likes sugar more than I do, so it'll be easier for me to dish out my yogurt. I can eat the yogurt like that with no sugar and some granola. That's how I eat my yogurt. I like just plain yogurt, eat it like that with no sugars. If I want sugar, I can add honey, but usually I just eat it like that with some granola because the granola has some honey in it. So this is the Costco yogurt I was talking about. The store brand, the Kirkland brand, is Incense granola. You got some good stuff in it, some chia seeds and some fruits, some almonds. I can't eat almonds because I'm allergic to it. I tried to eat it, but I can't eat almond, really. Sometimes I try to eat it. I was making some for my son he doesn't like yogurt that much, but he loves eating this. So he asked me to make a batch for him so he can eat this. He usually is not a fan of yogurt, milk, and all that, but he try as much as he can to get all of that milk and the yogurt. He's trying. He's trying. I think it's about the texture. He just don't like the texture of yogurt or whatever. But he loves it. So this is how my husband eat his, with all his fruits and some granola. So he's the reason why I make this yogurt, because he loves eating his granola with some fruits and yogurt. He doesn't use milk. He loves the granola. Sorry, he loves the yogurt better than just eating it with milk. So that's how he eats his granola. So I made him a batch of homemade yogurt, so which is delicious. I just wanted to know how easy it is to make some yogurt. So we're gonna be making this yogurt again. So like I said, it's the next morning after having our breakfast of that delicious yogurt. We're gonna continue baking our bread. The bread is all set. This is how it's looking. Put it aside and move on to the yogurt so it can rise a little bit before I can put it in the oven. So I'm putting a whitewash on it. We've already baked the rolls, the buns for the burger. So now we're baking the artisan bread and the French bread. So they're all done. This is how the French bread turned out. It is looking amazing. This is the first batch of the French bread. It is looking amazing. I have some more to bake, which I will continue baking today. And this is some of it. This is the first batch, like I said, that was ready. The French bread, the cinnamon roll is right there. The artisan bread is ready too. I am still baking some more bread for the house. That on the corner right there is the homemade granola that I made for me to eat my yogurt, my homemade yogurt. So this is what it is. I will share with you in a future video how I made this homemade granola. It is so delicious. I rather have this homemade granola than any other granola. The artisan bread turned out delicious. This cinnamon roll bread, this wake up my son every time. He's not an early bird. He's not an early bird. He doesn't wake up early, but immediately when I bake this, when he smell it, he is coming out of his room. I think I should be making this every Saturday morning so that he can wake up early to start off with his chores. Look at the bread. It baked perfectly. The inside look perfect. As you can see, this bread is so delicious, guys. It is so delicious. I love baking up bread, especially early in the morning. Just the aroma of homemade bread, just the aroma in the room is just priceless. Trust me, it is priceless. But you know, like I said, this bread don't last. My son love it, my husband love it, so I have to bake another one. I literally baked another one because that one didn't last on the table because they were coming after it like crazy. The cinnamon roll bread, they were coming after it like crazy. You'll see someone cutting later on in the video. He was not invited, but he has to come and try it and see. Like I said, the bread didn't last long, so I had to make another one because my son was like, that was for me, but it's like everybody's eating it. So see, like I was saying, he had to try it. He has to try the bread and see how it tastes. He wasn't the one who requested for it, but he had to try it first. See, looking good, looking delicious. That bread is amazing. I make this bread every time I'm making bread now because my son will ask me if I don't. I hope you all enjoyed this amazing video that I have for you all today. That was it. That was my busy day. It was my busy day. Like I said, if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Please do me a favor, if you haven't subscribed yet and want to be part of my amazing YouTube family, please hit the subscription button down below and the notification bell so when I post a new video, you'll be notified. Also, help me share this video with your family and friends. And leave a comment down below. Interact with my video. Just interacting with my video help my channel to grow. Thank you all so much, like I said, for stopping by, and I hope to see you all on my next video. This is your girl Gikzy saying bye till next time.